Hey Virgo, welcome to your June 2025 quick read. Let's get into it. I'm going to do something different this month. I'm only going to do 3 cards instead of the 6 and see how we do. So let's go. What does Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising need to know about June 2025? What will my Virgos experience in June? First card out, King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. The Magician in reverse. Okay. One more. What will my Virgos experience in June 2025? What do they need to know about June 2025? Spirit, make it abundantly clear for me. Oh, Lord. I hate when that happens. I say it on the 3. Okay, there's a 10 of Swords at the bottom here. But what flipped out was the King of Cups. So that's our water sign energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We also have the 6 of Wands. We also have the Empress. And then, of course, the 10 of Swords that we talked about. This is also Cancer energy. So heavy water energy here. Mother energy here. Okay, so I'll put those to the side. I'm seeing them. You're not seeing them, but I'm seeing them. Okay. But give me a second to look this over, Virgo. Okay, Virgo. So right away with the King of Swords, we have the logic. We have the ideas. We have the, I guess you can say the direction, the goal. We have the clarity, right? But for some reason, we're not having the resources in the month of June. And this is going to vary for all of you. I'm not going to lie. So keep an open mind. So this can be that you know what you want to do in terms of a career or maybe a goal that you're after. But for some reason, you just can't get the resources that you need. You can't get the information that you need. You can't work with the right people. Seems like every time you get one thing, you're missing out on something. For some of you, it's just simply the plan, right? Like we know what we want to do, but are we executing? And that may bring up some frustration for us in the month of June. And then for some of you, it's the emotional capacity. We don't have it. We're tired. We're burnt out. We're emotionally just spent, and we don't really have it to give. Okay, but I must admit, across these 3 cards, all of these 3 cards in various positions point out manipulation. Okay, so be careful of someone, whether it be yourself or maybe an air sign or maybe a water sign. Does not have to be either of those signs, but somebody coming through being manipulative and having a manipulative energy, trying to frame things or turn things in a way that gets a result. There's something important about that. So if you feel like someone's manipulating you, or maybe you feel like you're feeling a little manipulative in the month of June, be careful about that. I feel like that may come up, especially with you not having and or getting what you want, and being able to execute the vision. Somebody, or maybe even yourself, may decide to go to other measures to get it done. So that's something to keep in mind. You have the vision, but you just can't seem to get what you need. But I feel like for a lot of you, this is internal. There's like an emotional burnout. There's only so much a person can do. There's only so much a person can think about. And even though you may be putting the effort for it, it seems like you always fall short of what you intended to do. And that may cause a lot of frustration. For others of you, you're just sitting on your talent. You're just sitting on your talent. And again, back to that poor planning. We're just not doing enough to make sure that it happens. And as a Virgo, I know that probably get on your nerves to not have a plan, or at least a drafted, like step by step of some sort. The mere fact that you don't have one, that may stress you out. The month isn't all bad. You're looking good. You're feeling good. For some of you, you will get wins. You will get victory. For some of you, you will get public recognition. There's something about these ladies sitting position, kind of upright and kind of proud of themselves, that may come up. So you don't lose, quote unquote, completely. You do get somewhere. You do achieve something. There is a level of self-assuredness and calmness that is here between these 2 cards. And like I said, you do get some sort of recognition for your work and what you do and who you are. But it's almost like that wasn't the goal. Okay. And if this has something to do with a person, that may come up as well. Is maybe you wanted to be with somebody, or maybe you've been trying to get someone to get on your team so that you guys can go after something together, but for whatever reason, they're just not meeting you there. I also feel like there's an incompatibility issue with someone, so we'll see if it pops up during your love and relationships. But I mean, water and air hypothetically go decently well together in the real world, but if you're dealing with someone who's more logical and upright and serious, and like they're quote unquote seeing things clearly, and one of you are kind of coming from a place of an emotional standpoint or a manipulative standpoint or a standpoint where you're trying to appeal to someone's emotional nature who doesn't act that way, that may become a problem. Okay, we can't make anything happen with those ingredients. So let's clarify your career and finances. What is the zodiac sign Virgo experiencing in their career and finances? Okay, out of control, climbing, upward trend. Okay, jobs could be revisiting a job, getting a promotion, and connections. Clarity for my earth signs, Capricorn. Excuse me. Capricorn might be thinking about you, baby. For my Virgos, clarity, career, and finances for Virgo in June. Thank you, Spirit. Sword, money conflicts, cutting through corners, breakthrough. Okay. Careers, you can be in law and order, pay cut, defense, being fired. Something about that sword is important. Thing about swords is like, yeah, there's a lot of cutting, but there's also a lot of just like cutting to the chase. There's a lot of logic with swords and with air sign energy. So for some of you, it's plain and simple. You get the promotion that you're looking for in terms of career. Maybe you finally get the job, you finally get the pay raise, you finally get the title, right? For if you're like more of an entrepreneur or maybe a content creator, you finally get the amount of followers, you finally get the likes on the video that you wanted to get. Whatever the case may be, you're kind of breaking through a barrier that you were having a hard time getting before, but it comes with so much mess. And like that kind of brings me back of lack of planning, because even if you're succeeding, it comes with so much other mess. And you're like, oh my God, everything's all over the place. And like, oh, sorry about that, Virgo. Lost storage for a second there. Okay, so back with what I was saying. Whatever it is, it comes with so much mess. Whatever this promotion is, whatever this recognition is, this pay raise, whatever the case may be, it comes with a new level. Or not a new level, excuse me, a new issue, new problem. Something that I'm hearing is like, what do they say? What do they call it? New level, new devil type of thing. Another thing that's coming up is, so you may find yourself wanting to cut corners. You may find yourself wanting to, I don't know, do whatever you can to kind of relieve the stress that this additional position brings up on you. This new fame, this new situation brings on you. Okay. And you may not have the capacity. I'm not going to lie. You may not have the capacity. You may have the idea. You may have the wonder. You may have the logic. But for some reason, every time you fall short, every time you're frustrated at something. Like I said, you're not succeeding this month, but there is a conflict. You know what I'm saying? There may be some financial conflicts. I'm not necessarily sensing that, but you may have some financial stuff that comes up. Maybe your spending's out of control. Again, if you do have a promotion of some sort, it may be hard not to spend the extra money or not to put it in places that you normally wouldn't. Something like that is coming up. And I guess something I do want to mention is that, again, new level, new devil. For some of you, you know how we get that moment when we finally achieve a goal, we get to rest in that idea of like, oh yeah, like I did it. I did this thing. I don't know if you'll get that, Virgo. I don't know if you'll get that satisfaction, because you'll immediately be on to a new problem, or you'll have that realization of like, oh, this is what it means to be in this position, or this is what it means to have this amount of followers, or this is what it means. You see what I'm saying? So kind of a mixed month. So it's either really great and you're happy to be moving upward, or you're like really stressed out because it's all over the daggone place. But we shall see. So let's get into your love and relationships to close this out. What will my Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising experience in their relationships? The love and relationships in the month of June 2025. What will my Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising experience in their love life and relationships? Surrender, letting go, release, give up, patience. Romantic feelings, falling in love, affection, happiness, emotions. Yeah, okay. This kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier, and I'm feeling the need to pull extra, so give me a second. Give me a second. One more card. What's going on in Virgo's love and relationships in the month of June? Thank you. Text message. Okay. Communication, news, phone call, direct message. All right. So you may have to let go of a connection this month for somebody very specific. You may be very interested in somebody. but either they're not returning that, or for whatever reason they're making it difficult. Remember earlier I was saying that like one person feels one way, the other person feels the other way, or they behave differently depending on the type of relationship. So that may frustrate you in the month of June, where you're trying to make something happen but they're not, so you find yourself letting go. Okay, and this can be vice versa. So if you listen to this and you're saying, oh, that's them, well, it may very well be them, where they're putting the effort in and you don't want to, something like that. So you may have to let go and just be patient with this connection, because you want it to be something long lasting. Okay, but I will say for some of you, you need to let it, just chop it up today. For us, there are a few of you where I feel like this can really blossom into something positive if you guys manage to have conversations and, you know, text messages, and you may realize, okay, I really like this person. But for others of you, it may be one of those things where you just kind of got to let it go, because if you don't, you're going to find yourself hurt and you're going to miss out on an opportunity with somebody special. Something else that I'm picking up is that some of you, if you're single, I'm still talking to my single people, if you have let go of love and kind of been in this space of what happens, I think that is going to bring in some love for you in the month of June. If nothing else, it just brings you closer to romance. So consider that as well. Like if you have gotten in this space where it's like you're not even thinking about it anymore, you know how manifestation works. It brings in the right things. Again, an air sign, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, or a water sign could be relevant, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. I think someone might be making a round, maybe giving you a call, maybe they're these signs. Something about like a Gemini potentially may be important too. I also think socially you've kind of given up, or like you've taken a step back. I don't think this is a bad thing though. I think energetically, Virgo, you just focus on your own thing. So you may be a little distant from people, especially if you found yourself always trying to fix or be there or show up. I could see this month you just being a little less of that and just letting things flow, and that may do wonders for your relationships this month as well. Not necessarily a hermit mode, but kind of, because you don't want to force or pressure anyone, and that's a beautiful thing. Okay, some romantic feelings may be stirred up, but it seems like more of a you month, trying to figure things out. Okay, my love? But that's all I'm saying for you in the month of June. I hope you have a fantastic month. Let me know how you feel about this in the comments, and see you later. Bye.